Preventing loss of life and property from wildfire doesn't happen by accident. LA County's fire chief recently said we'd need 26,000 fire engines to extinguish 8,000 homes burning all at one time. I don't think there are that many in the state of California, he said. And he's right. There's nothing that can be done once thousands of homes are burning all at the same time. But we cannot overlook the fact that proper planning could have avoided these fires altogether. Removing ignition sources that shouldn't exist in dry wildland areas, like illegal homeless encampments, which are altogether more common in rural and unincorporated areas and in the canyons in LA County than you might think. This is one obvious solution. Creating appropriate fire breaks. These sometimes need to be as wide as 300 feet in order to be effective. That's the length of a football field in forested areas, to keep fire from jumping across them. Fighting for appropriate fire breaks can often mean fighting radical eco-fascists, people who think that there should be fewer humans and fewer homes for them to live in California. We need to take our state back for families so that we can provide a safe environment and housing for the families that live here. If we're willing to stand up to the radical anti-human lobby which opposes fire break maintenance, then we can make a difference. Building adequate evacuation routes. This is especially important in rural and unincorporated areas of the county. These wide roads can also halt the progress of an advancing fire. Fiscally conservative government. What does that have to do, fiscal conservatism, with wildfire preparedness? Voters and elected officials care about fire preparedness during fire season, but critical public safety priorities are often first to suffer when bloated government programs grow to consume essential budgets. Take, for instance, the County of San Diego, which is funding attorneys for illegal migrants, while it stands in structural budget deficit and has significantly cut public safety spending this year alone. This week, I reported that under my leadership as mayor of Vista, we've expanded our firefighting force in the city by 15% to decrease response times, purchased 7 new fire trucks, brush fire rigs, ambulances, and other fire apparatus. I don't mean to brag, but I'm going to anyway. In Vista, we've built the finest firefighting and rescue department in Southern California. Our firefighters are nationally accredited, and our equipment is first class. This year, we will finish the construction of one of the most modern firehouses anywhere in California. Close to North Vista, where our wildland threat is the greatest. We work closely with our partners at the Vista Irrigation District, the City of Oceanside, Vallecillos Water, and Rainbow Municipal Water District to ensure that all of our hydrants are tested regularly and in good repair. Our fire department inspected more than 8,000 parcels last year to ensure that overgrown brush was not allowed to become dry fuel that threatened homes in our community. Proper budget management also means that we have the funds available to invest in cutting-edge fire prevention technology. Our 2 new thermal fire imaging cameras perched high above the city immediately detected the Mar Vista fire, which our firefighters extinguished in a record 21 minutes. When I inspected the scene of the fire, I was amazed to see how much dry brush did not burn because our firefighters got there early and began laying water down so soon. The Mar Vista fire is the fire you didn't hear about on the news because we were prepared to stop it before it threatened life and property. We've done all of this while at the same time sending 7 firefighters and an engine to Los Angeles during the height of the fires to provide emergency assistance to our neighbors more than 100 miles away. I also want to thank Supervisor Jim Desmond for his forward-looking leadership. Jim's wildfire preparedness plan, passed recently by the Board of Supervisors, will increase firefighting resources, better manage brush, ensure water supply readiness, and focus on insurance reform, which is essential to put pressure on Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara, whose administration has been disastrous for California homeowners. Today, I'll be personally inspecting the fire damage in Los Angeles, asking critical questions about how we prevent a repeat of the poor fire preparedness in LA County from repeating here at home in San Diego County. As your next county supervisor, I will continue Supervisor Desmond's fight for resources to ensure that San Diego County is prepared to meet the challenges of fire preparedness. I hope I can count on your support.